We live in an era where the dominant narrative empowers women to pursue their independence, their careers, and their freedom. And there's nothing wrong with wanting that. The problem comes when, after years of focusing on everything but building a family, many realize they've reached 40 alone. And then, when they decide to look for a partner, they face a harsh reality. It's no longer so easy to find a high-value man who wants to commit to them. Why does this happen? Let's talk without filters, without political correctness, and with the truth that very few dare to speak. 1. The dating market doesn't treat everyone equally. A large portion of women who reach 40 single think their value in the dating market remains the same as when they were 25. But that's one of the most common mistakes. Men and women have different peaks of value. Women typically reach their peak market value between their 20s and 30s. Men, on the other hand, tend to peak later, between 35 and 45, when they already have status, money, confidence, and experience. So, while women feel they're ready to find someone, men their age are beginning to have access to younger, more attractive women without as much emotional baggage. 2. Many successful men don't want to be stepfathers. Many of these high-value men aren't interested in raising children who aren't their own. And it's a fact that many single women in their 40s already have children from previous relationships. As painful as it may be, the truth is that a man who has worked hard to build his life, his career, and his freedom doesn't want to take on other people's responsibilities. He wants to build his own legacy, not repair someone else's. 3. Expectations are still unrealistic. Many women haven't updated their standards to reflect their new reality. At 40, with children, a history of failed relationships, and an already structured life, they're still searching for the perfect man. Handsome, successful, fun, faithful, emotionally mature, and someone who will accept them unconditionally. But that kind of man has options. And with those options, he tends to prefer younger women, with more time to start a family, fewer past conflicts, and a greater willingness to build from the ground up. 4. Modern feminism disconnected them from biological priorities. The message of, you first, then others, you don't need a man for anything, and, motherhood is a burden, has had consequences. Many stopped seeing the value in forming a couple at a young age, postponed childbearing, and prioritized independence. And when they finally feel ready to commit, they realize their biological clock is ticking, and the men who once desired them now look elsewhere. 5. They don't want to give up control. A large majority of successful, independent women in their 40s aren't willing to give up their space to a man. They want a partner, but they don't want male leadership. They want love, but they don't want complementary roles. They want companionship, but without changing their lifestyle. The problem? Men don't want to enter a relationship to be subordinate. They want respect, admiration, and a woman who values their role as a man. And if they feel they have to fight for leadership, they won't. They'll go with someone who respects them. 6. They become more selective, but less attractive. This may hurt, but it must be said. As the years go by, the average woman raises her standards, but her market value, according to men, tends to decrease. She no longer has the same freshness, fertility, or energy. However, she demands even more than before. The result? An imbalance between what they offer and what they expect. 7. Tenderness is lost and replaced by toughness. Many women who reach 40 single have been hurt, have gone through breakups, and have built up emotional barriers. They are no longer sweet or vulnerable. They come across as cold, self-sufficient, and defensive. And while this may be a protective strategy, for men it represents a very unattractive emotional barrier. They don't want to compete with a strong woman, they want to connect with a feminine woman. Conclusion: this isn't to say that a 40-year-old woman doesn't deserve love. Of course she does. But the market isn't driven by merit, but by supply and demand. High-value men choose. And if they have options, they tend to seek youth, beauty, tenderness, fertility, and peace. For women who reach 40 single, the best thing you can do is be aware of your new reality. Lower unrealistic expectations. Focus on being partners, not competitors. Embrace your femininity. And stop thinking that everything is about deserving, and start asking yourself what you're contributing. Because at the end of the day, men don't fall in love with achievements, titles, or independence. They fall in love with how you make them feel. Brother, if you're reading this, you already know why so many men shy away from this type of profile. And if you're a woman reading this, it's not to attack you. It's to open your eyes. Reality is harsh, but denying it doesn't change it. Here we speak the truth. Because the truth sets you free. Red Circle subscribe if you want more direct, unfiltered content that shows you what few dare to say.